Hello, and here I am again with a new topic called rounding off. And today we will focus on it. As you can see, we have two numbers here. This part of number is called decimal and this is whole number. Now let's see how rounding off is done. Rounding off decimals. So we will round off the numbers that has decimal in it. As you can see, we have decimals here and decimal numbers. So we will learn to round off the decimals. We just need to follow two rules. Number one is if the digit to be dropped out is less than 5, the previous digit remains unchanged. So read it again. If the digit to be dropped out is less than 5, the previous digit remains unchanged. It means if you want to drop out 4 here, which is less than 5, then the previous digit will remain as it is. If you want to drop out 3, which is less than 5, the previous digit will remain as it is. If you want to drop 4, 6, 8, here this small 4 is less than 5, so the remaining digit will remain unchanged. Okay, I'll do it for you here. Suppose we have this number and you just want to write 2, or you just want to keep 2 digits after the decimal point. You just want to keep 2 digits after the decimal point. That means you want to drop out 4. So which is less than 5. So what we do is we just keep the number as it is. If the number that is to be dropped out is less than 5. Here again, you just want to keep 1 digit after the decimal point and you want to drop out 3, which is less than 5. Then you just keep the number as it is. Here again, you just want to keep 3 digits after the decimal point. You want to keep 3 digits after the decimal point and you want to drop the remaining digit. Then you just see the nearest digit to it is 4, which is less than 5. So you can drop the other digit as and keep the remaining digit as it is, 29.694. And now, what if the digit is greater than 5? If the digit to be dropped out is greater than 5, the previous digit is increased by 1. Now here, you just want to keep 2 digits after the decimal point. 2 digits. You want to keep this 2 digits 3 and 7, and the digit next to it is 6, which is greater than 5. If it's greater than 5, we just increase the previous digit by 1. That is to say 2.13. We increase 7 by 1 and it becomes 8, and we drop out the 3 digit. Because here the number that was dropped out, which is 6, close to the previous digit, is greater than 5, so we added 1 to the previous digit. Now here again, if you want to keep 2 digits after the decimal point, then see the the digit next to it, which is greater than 5. So we just increase the previous digit with 1 by 1. So it becomes 13.37. And here again, you want to keep 2 digits after the decimal point. See the next digit. See the digit next to it, which is greater than 5. That means you need to increase this digit by 1. So you write 12.78. So rounding off decimals, if the digit to be dropped out is greater than 5 or less than 5, it is done in this way. Now, what if the digit is equal to 5? If the digit to be dropped out is exactly 5. If the digit you want to drop out is exactly 5, then previous digit is increased by 1 if it is odd. The example will make you clear. So the example will make this clear. Let's see. Previous digit is increased by 1 if it is odd. That means if you want to keep 3 digits after the decimal point, 3 digits after the decimal point, and the last digit is 5, and the previous digit is odd, then you just increase the previous digit by 1. You write 6 to 4. Here again, you want to keep 2 digits, and the digit to be dropped out is 5, exactly 5. Then you just increase the odd digit. This is the odd digit, the previous odd digit, by 1, so it becomes 7 2, and you dropped out the 5. And here again we have 17 point. You want to keep 2 digits after the decimal point, you want to drop 5, and the previous digit is odd, so we need to increase it by 1, so it becomes 3 4. Now previous digit remains unchanged if it is even. You just want to keep 2 digits after decimal point, and the last digit, or the digit you want to drop out, is exactly 5. Then you just see the previous digit. If it's even, it will remain unchanged. If it is odd, you'll increase it by 1. So since it is even, you'll keep it as it is, and you'll drop out the 5. Here again, you want to keep 2 digits after the decimal point. The last digit to be dropped out is exactly 5. Then you just write down 6.36, because 6 is even number, so we don't increase it. If it had been odd number, we would have increased it. Now let's see again. Here we have 17, and you want to keep 2 digits after the decimal point, and the digit to be dropped out is 5, and 8 is even number, that is the previous number is even, so we'll keep it as it is. So this is how we round off the decimal.